This is the rhythm of the night.
Hey guys, Infiniti here, and this is a really weird video, and you're just gonna have some random gameplay in the background. But what this is about is, quite recently, I was helping someone that I've just always watched stream, and I've just enjoyed watching them. They always entertain me, and I do look forward to watching them streams. And I don't know how to say this really, but it was weird because I watch them for entertainment as in I'd watch Ether or Syndicate, or as if I watch TV, so Big Bang Theory or things like Breaking Bad, and it seems weird to now I talk to him as like a friend, and it feels weird. Like, I was trying to explain it to him, and it seemed weird. Like, the example I used is it'd just be like me casually walking up to like Aaron Paul or Brian Cranston and just being like, "You're right there," and just getting to know them and being friends with them. And it feels weird because it doesn't feel right to go up to them and be friends with someone that you've watched for entertainment. It'd be like just casually going up to Syndicate and suddenly being friends and then just knowing each other really well. And it feels weird. It feels really strange because, not to insult them, but they're not celebrities, but just because I've always watched them as entertainment, that's what it feels like. Like, even if you watch someone with a tiny amount of subscribers, like, when I've been in parties with people before that are like subscribers of mine, their reaction hasn't been far from different from when subscribers get into people with like Jev or Ali A or Famage. And it just, now I'm sort of in that position talking to someone that I've quote unquote fanboyed, and it feels weird just to talk to them as a friend. And this video kind of does have a point for that. I'm not just like telling you my strange feelings. It's more for the fact that, like, when I was saying to them about like how weird it feels, they were just act normal, just like, you know, it doesn't, like, we're just normal people. It's just that you watch us. It's nothing different. And I do just kind of want to say that if we do get in a party, and I was actually talking to Cameron the other day, and someone joined, I joined Cameron's party, and there was a person in there, wasn't aware that Cameron knew me, but he watched my YouTube videos. And the reason why I'm now really, like, quite good friends with him, I'd say, is the fact that he was calm about it. Like, he was chilled out about it, and he was like, "Yo, Infiniti, I watch your YouTube videos." And when I asked Cameron, I was like, when he left the party, like, I was secret, like, "Oh my god, yes." But when I asked Cameron, I was like, "Does he know you know me?" And I was like, "No, he doesn't know that. Like, how on earth would he know that?" And it's, in all honesty, it's probably more entertaining and probably more exciting for me to talk to a fan than it is for a fan to talk to me, because it's like, I've actually met someone that I actually entertain by what I produce, and it feels weird from both sides. So when I was talking to Mason, and I was just like, this feels weird for the fact that I watch you for entertainment. Like, I'd watch a TV show, but I wouldn't think of them suddenly becoming friends with Leonard off of Big Bang Theory or Aaron Paul. That'd just be strange. Like, you don't think of doing that, and that's how I view it too. Like, if, like, Mason could kind of sympathise with it for the fact that he was like, he wanted to be friends with Coty, and now he is, and it's a weird feeling to think that you're friends with what is basically what you view them as a celebrity, and that just feels strange and feels very peculiar, and it's a weird feeling to be in. It's just like, honestly, it feels like you're constantly getting an adrenaline rush. And like I said, this video does have a point, as I've mentioned before, that if you do get into a game with me, if you do get into a party with me, and just, it's no different to what it would be if you just met a random person online. Like, I play Call of Duty, I get angry at it, I rage at it, I enjoy playing it, as every single other person in GTA does. So the way that you act and the way that you play is no different to the way that Syndicate plays or the way that Ali A plays. And to now be on both sides of that, and to now have been the fan to meet your quote unquote idol, and to be the person that someone idolised, and to be on both sides of that, it's just like, to get an opinion from someone that has also been on both sides of that, and to get hold your own opinion of you being on both sides of that, it's no different to what it would just be meeting. It feels different at the time, and I did say that to Mason, it's just like, it feels weird to talk to someone that you've idolised and seen as basically a celebrity, and to then suddenly be friends with them just feels totally weird. Like, it doesn't feel normal. And you guys have probably heard the story of Syndicate and Deck, is that Deck took a picture of Syndicate. He was on the plane, and Deck just took a picture of Syndicate from behind. He was sat behind him on the seat. That sounds really weird. And just tweeted at him and said, "Hey, I'm sat behind you on the plane." Syndicate saw it, and now Deck's his technical guy for Minecraft. And that's exactly what it felt like with Mason. To Mason, I was just a viewer, as I would be with Aaron Paul, or I would be with Leonard, or I would be with Sheldon off The Big Bang Theory. I was just a viewer, and then suddenly it was just boom, I'm his friend, and that feels so weird. Like Deck to Syndicate or Deck to Tom was just a viewer, and then suddenly boom, they were friends. It just verging over that is so weird, and like it was with the person that Cameron knows, that he was just a viewer. I didn't know he existed. I never knew he lived. That sounds really morbid and really horrible, but I never knew he existed until I met him, and now we're friends as well as being a viewer, and it just feels weird. So if you do ever get into a game with, and I now kind of understand when people come across, and people you hear people like Pamaj, and you hear people like Ali, and you hear people like Jev, and they say don't sit there screaming in game chat oh my god, just talk to us normally, and that's more of a chance of us talking to you. Because when I've got into parties with people that are from my YouTube channel and they've just screamed, it's just I don't want to listen to you. I appreciate you being a fan, except if you're just going to sit there and scream at me, I don't want to listen to that. Because if you got into a game chat with just a random person that was screaming at you wouldn't listen to that. So just because they watch your videos doesn't make any difference at all. And now I can see both sides of that. So now I've been the person that I've not met a fan, but I've spoke to a fan, in proper terms, and I've been the fan speaking to the person that I watched. I can just say that, just because someone uploads a YouTube video, or just because someone sits there talking to a microphone like I am now, they're no different to what they would be if they didn't do that. If Ali wasn't YouTube famous and you just walked past him in the street, you wouldn't think any different to him. Just because he speaks into a microphone for maybe an hour or so a day, it doesn't make him any different to anyone else. So just, if you do meet someone from YouTube, whether it would be me, whether it would be someone massive, whether it would be PewDiePie, if you was in, I don't know, just if you met anyone from YouTube, just act normal with them. There's more of a chance of them wanting to talk to you if you act normal and you act chilled out and you act calm, than if you'd sit there screaming into your microphone, really.
It's a board game, but